and welcome back to Cities Skylines, to yet another experimental city for the fun of it. So this time we are in a massive crater with its own unique challenge. Because of its shape, acting almost as a bowl, anything we pour into it is going to stick around, which is going to make sewage an incredible challenge this time around. Yes, we are probably going to end up in a giant bowl of sewage, unless we can figure out a way to deal with it before we hit that point. Because it's a bowl shape, wherever we throw the sewage, it should sink down to the bottom. And since it requires me to put a water source in the map, I put a very, very low water source there, but it's not enough to even get water from, so we're going to be using a water tank. I mean, it would be full of sewage anyway, so not a good idea to use that for our water. Get us some water here. Electricity should be simple. We have a lot of people moving in. Industry's building up. Residential is building up. Very exciting stuff. Actually, I have more residential demand, which I will just continue to fill by building up. Why am I not building down? Well, because I expect to be a giant pit of sewage at some point, and people don't tend to like to live in those. We're making... Oh! Wow, what a jump in our bank balance. We can now get a medical clinic and healthcare and loans and taxes, and let's raise taxes because communism doesn't work if people aren't putting any money in. Well, it doesn't work at all, but, you know, we're gonna ignore that fact for this episode. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and free healthcare for everyone. What else? Free education for everyone. Come on, let's just throw free stuff at people. They won't notice the problems over here if we just keep distracting them with free things. And there we are. In a beautiful, beautiful new section of town. I mean, sure, it's a little bit lower quality, but look at all the people we can fit. Look at all the taxes we can take. Now that is efficiency. Wow, we have a lot of commercial building up, but there's still more demand. They want to build a whole lot of stores over here. Or whatever they're building. What do we have? We've got noodles. We've got Sally's. We've got more noodles. Burgers. Dental care. Well, with all those burgers and noodles and sodas, you're going to need some good dental care, so I guess that makes sense. Is that it? Oh, it's very close. It is very close indeed. Is that pollution I see getting into the water? Possibly. I can't tell at this point. Oh, maybe not. Possibly not. Soon, though. Soon things are going to get interesting. I think we're going to have to buy some land. Nice. Because we do actually have to connect things up over here and then expand our commercial. We've got a lot of things going on when it comes to commercial. We've got to build some nice new malls, you know, all the things people will love and throw their money at. Who needs financial responsibility when you have an entire commercial area in your city you can blow your money at? Now that's forward thinking. Great. Looking good. A whole new area zoned. A whole new area built. The city is looking very happy. And this isn't even that much of a problem either. Yet. I mean, it's looking pretty dirty now, I'll admit that. It doesn't seem like the clean water is refilling it anymore. But it is dealing with the dirty water fast enough that it's not an issue. Our city is looking very grid-like in appearance, but that's not the end of the world. That is not the end of the world. Okay, so, looking good. We've got quite a few people now, about 2,000 people, who are very excited to live in this crater. The commercial area is building up quickly. We seem to have a lack of workers, but you know what? Residential is growing quickly as well, so that shouldn't say a problem for very long. When it comes to other things, everything seems pretty normal in the city. This even isn't really a problem because the source is there. I'm slightly worried that it won't be a problem for, like, ever. But I guess there's not a ton you can do about that. That would be kind of a reverse Atlantis, starting the water in the center and having it go out into the bowl. That's an interesting idea. I wish that we could do this, though, without there being a water source. Oh boy, I'm dumb sometimes, aren't I? Okay, let's make a slight change. So, turns out there is a way to remove sources, and I've done it. Because I am no longer being dumb. I just had to enable a mod and use that. So now, this should be able to grow this little spot of water, if I am not incorrect. Although it's going to try to evaporate right now. It should become a problem in the future. Let's see how much of a problem. And I think it's looking pretty good at the moment. Our residential area is building up very quickly while our industrial area is doing the same. Commercial is just kind of begging for more land but taking forever to actually develop it. So this game is pretty realistic in that way. This is about to go on to the second level now. Oh, and it is. Ooh. So it is actually rising. How exciting is that? It's like a crater, except it's filling with sewage. I know, next generation ideas for YouTube. It's so weird how water works in this game. Look at it just kind of freak out. And now it's kind of getting up to the level, and now it's spreading. So the question is, once this starts, how do you actually stop it? And I'm not sure if there is a way to stop it. I mean, especially while the city's growing, it's just going to be a problem that gets worse and worse over time. That's why it interested me. Is there a way to actually handle the city's sewage without it killing everyone in this case? I mean, obviously, you could get to the point where you get to the edge of the city. Maybe you make some sort of filtration system. Actually, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I've never made a filtration system before in Cities Skylines. I made that giant evaporation chamber, but this challenge may actually require a entire filtration system using the eco pumps to then take in the dirty water, let out clean water. But the thing is, we actually have to get rid of the water as well. I mean, we could use the clean water in an attempt to... Wait, that may actually work. If we suck the dirty water into one thing of water pumping stations that then use the water outflow in an attempt to then pick it up again and then go to another water outflow. This may actually work. One second, let's see if I can make a full-on water filtration system. Now what I'll need is 2 carrying areas, so just to carry a bit of water mass. So here is 1 pit that can be used for water purposes. We want to keep it kind of deep so that the water doesn't overflow, but at the same time, it's not that many people in the city. So, ready? We're going to have our own little water grid over here. We will have this water pumped from here. So that's nasty water coming into here. This is then going to go out a clean filtration system here. Or that is the plan, at least. But this doesn't seem to actually be doing anything, which is worrying. I thought I could make some sort of next generation sewage system to try and clean the water. The game does not want me to do that, though. Darn you, water pump. Oh, it says not operating. So this isn't operating, so there just isn't enough water then. If I turn this off, it's the same situation. There's just no water there. Okay, so we need to get more sewage. It's kind of a catch-22. To deal with the sewage, I have to have more sewage. Okay, well, I guess we expand the city. Especially the industrial sector should do that. I mean, it's industrial. I feel like if we make an area that's dedicated to the tree industry, I think that tree industry uses an increased amount of water as well. And we're gonna do generic tree industry. There we go. Willow Heights. Very nice. They may be asking why I'm making the problem worse to try to fix the problem, and it's that we need to get this system started. Because once the system is started, it should handle itself. It shouldn't be that complicated to expand. It's just digging the hole larger. And other than that, I mean, really, not much. Okay, so pulling it all the way back. Will this contribute to this over here? And is this ever actually going to start running? This isn't running. This isn't running. Oh, you're complaining about electricity. So that may be a good thing. That may mean that you're trying to run. I don't know. We'll create electricity down here too while we're at it. Still not operating. This is slightly annoying. I thought we had it. I thought we had it down. A system that would work. But it's just not enough sewage. And even with this off, it's just slowly but surely evaporating into nothingness. That's fine though, the city will grow. The city will grow. Because I'm going to force it to. At this point, this is actually pretty stable. Like, I would not mind living here. This is a nice little area. I mean, other than the fact that the mayor is kind of crazy. Oh, I messed up that road. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. By one line. Ah! That's just evil. How dare you, game? How dare you let me make a mistake like that? Now we just zone all the way down here. I mean, as it's currently going, things are relatively calm. Maybe the city could survive for up to like 20,000 people. Maybe then the problems will start popping up. How are you not operating? You are literally sucking in the water. I mean, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, now when I remove you, it's like piling up. So, you're definitely doing something. How about if I put you there and connect you up like that? Oh, it's operating! Okay, is this gonna start operating now? Come on. Please tell me I can go from an... What? Oh, I think the water has to be used. The water has to be used for it to be put out there again. Shoot, because this will only do sewage. So how do we convince the water to clean itself? That's a really good question. I don't think this is possible. I mean, unless we were to reuse the water, but that would be absolutely disgusting. We can't really force our people to do that. And I don't think this can take in the water forever. I mean, it's going to complain at some point. Probably soon. I mean, yeah. Now it's done. It can't hold anymore. So I don't think there's any way to convince the game. But there are little things you can put in the water to clean it. Where is that, and when do we unlock it? I know there's a little flotation device you can put in the water. I remember it from... I don't know what section it's under, though. What were those from? I think it may have been replaced in an DLC. Which would be kind of sad because I could really use... Oh, floating garbage collector. Lessens water pollution. At 18,000 population. So it's going to be a while until we can do that. So it doesn't even make sense to have that on because it just costs money. Darn! Okay, well this city may actually be in trouble. So if you guys think that this is an interesting idea and want to see it continue, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. If you think it's kind of silly and you don't want to see any more of this, go ahead and tell me in the comments. Don't forget to hit that notification bell though, because it is important, and I will see you all next time. Bye! Some ideas work better than others in this game. This one's been a little bit of trouble. Darn you.